Welcome, namaste, thanks for joining me. This Happy Heart Yoga class is going to be a short and sweet warrior flow. It's about 20 minutes and we will be doing some standing series, standing poses as well as a few cool down poses towards the end, just so you have a nice rounded out practice. We don't have to spend a whole ton of time in our yoga practice to get the benefits of it. So hopefully you'll feel like you're able to get moving, get breathing, getting the heart rate pumping, but also getting some time to just kind of center and wind down. The focus that we're going to be working on is integration and efficient use of our energy. So as we come into openings, we want to make sure that we're supporting that flexibility, supporting that opening with strength. So we're going to use our muscles, we're going to work on hugging in towards center, finding that center balance in order to open up more fully to the pose. I hope you enjoy.
We will start in a seated position, crossing the legs and bringing the hands to the heart. Take 3 deep breaths here, and as you do so, set an intention for your class. It can be a question or just a purpose, a reason for practicing. Take a final big deep breath in through the nose and an open mouth exhale out. Release the hands to the thighs and start to open the eyes. With an inhale, we're going to meet in tabletop, coming onto the hands and knees. And then taking some cat-cows with a big breath in, arch the spine, and with a big breath out, cat tilt, round the upper back. Inhale to cow tilt, exhale to cat. One more time, inhale, feel openness through chest, heart, and sitting bones. And as you exhale, that hugging in of core, navel to spine. We're going to press up into downward facing dog. So as you exhale, straighten the legs, press into the palms. Take a few moments here, getting grounded, maybe pedaling out the legs, and reconnecting to breath. Inhale, lift the heels and sitting bones towards the sky, rolling forward to plank pose, stacking shoulders over wrists. Hold here for 3 breaths, hug navel to spine, as if you could draw the hands towards the feet, activate through the arms and the leg muscles. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathe. Inhale, roll forward to plank, holding here again. Hug navel to spine. Hips are in line with the shoulders. Extend out through crown of head and heels, and exhale, downward facing dog. We're going to do that one more time. Take a breath. And then on an inhale, lift through heels and sit bones, roll forward. Activate, press down through the earth to lift up through the heart and chest. Use the legs squeezing in towards each other, and then as you exhale, lower knees for child's pose, sitting hips back to heels. On an inhale, we're going to bring the forearms to the earth, measuring the distance of the elbows by grabbing the middle of upper arms. Coming into dolphin plank, walk the legs out, hips are shoulder height. Gather in the core strength, hug navel to spine. Exhale, knees to the earth, sit back into child's pose. Take a breath here in child's pose, letting the shoulders and the core relax completely. We're going to come back into that dolphin plank. So as you inhale, stack shoulders over elbows, plant the palms, and extend the legs out. Gather in the core. We're going to do a pumping action with the legs. So as you exhale, bring right knee to right upper arm. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, left knee to left upper arm. Inhale, straighten. Exhale to the right again. Exhale to the left again. Good. Changing sides one more time. To the right as you exhale, and then exhaling again to the left. Straighten the legs, lower the knees, and breathe out, coming into child's pose again, resting. Maybe extend the arms by the sides, palms face up so those shoulders can really soften and hunch up towards the ears. Coming back into downward facing dog, inhale, lift the hips, and as you exhale, tuck the toes and press up and back. Let the neck relax here. Inhale, the right leg extends high. As you exhale, step through. We're in a lunge here, lowering the left knee to the earth. And as you inhale, rise up with the torso, lifting the arms overhead. Hug inner thighs in towards each other, gathering the strength of the inner thighs. And as you exhale, bring the hands to the earth. Make your way downward facing dog. Inhale, the left leg extends, and exhale, step it through. Lower right knee to the ground, and with an inhale, rise up with the arms and torso. Gather in the strength through the inner thighs, keeping the hips square. And as you exhale, release the hands to the earth, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg extends again. Exhale, step it through. Rise up to high lunge, this time keeping the back knee lifted off the earth. Hands to hips, hug inner thighs together. Gather in core strength, navel hugs towards spine. Inhale, straighten front leg, reach high. Exhale, sweep the arms back and lunge. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, lunge and lower. Inhale, straighten front leg, reach high. Exhale, lunge, sweep the arms. Inhale, arms lift. Exhale, plant the hands to the earth, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg goes up, and exhale, step it through. Coming up to high lunge on the left this time. Get grounded through the feet, strong through the legs. Turn on those thigh muscles, gather in the core, and then inhale, straighten front leg, reach high. Exhale, sweep and lunge. Inhale, reach. Exhale, lunge and lower. One more time, inhale, reach high. Exhale, lunge and lower the arms. Now just lift arms, inhale, and plant palms to downward facing dog as you exhale. Inhale here, we're going to shift forward to plank pose. Exhale, lower knees to the earth or take chaturanga with the knees lifted. Inhale, coming into up dog or cobra, and exhale back to downward facing dog. Right leg lifts, inhale, step it through as you exhale. Coming into warrior two on the right side, pivot the back heel down, extend out through the arms. Again, gather in the core strength and the thigh muscles as if you could plug that right hip thigh bone into the hip socket. Then flowing here, inhale, flip the right palm, reverse your warrior. Stay committed to your lunge here. Open up through heart and chest. Inhale to warrior two. And exhale, right elbow to right knee for side angle. Left arm extends overhead. Grow long through the spine. Exhale, opening heart. Rise up to warrior two. Inhale. Reverse exhale. Warrior two. Inhale. Exhale, side angle. Good. Inhale, back to warrior two. And as you exhale, downward facing dog. Left leg lifts. Inhale. Exhale, step it through. Back heel spins down, rise, warrior two on your inhale, get grounded through the legs, and again, plug both thigh bones in towards the hip socket. So we're feeling that openness of hip, but supporting it through the strength of the leg muscles. Flip left palm with your inhale and reverse your warrior as you exhale. Holding here just for a breath to settle into the pose. And then inhale to warrior two, and exhale, side angle, left elbow to knee, right arm extends overhead. Nice long spine here, and feel that open twist through the front of the body. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, reverse your warrior, coming into that flow. Rise up to warrior two, inhale, and side angle with your exhale. Good. Inhale, warrior two, and exhale, make your way down, downward facing dog. Inhale, forward to plank pose. Exhale, take your chaturanga. Inhale, coming up into cobra or up dog, and exhale, we'll meet downward facing dog. Take a breath. Inhale, right leg extends up overhead. Exhale, step it through. Rise up to warrior one on your inhale, grounding the left heel to the earth and extending arms overhead. Maybe bring the hands to the hips and hug inner thighs together, gathering in that thigh strength, that leg strength, and then extend the arms again. We're going to pause here in warrior one, really feeling the grounding through the feet. And then as you exhale, bring the hands to the heart. We're going to shorten the stance, bring the weight into the right foot, and as you inhale, lift up into warrior three. Extend through that left heel behind you and reach through the heart forward in front of you. Take an arm variation, maybe extending the arms back behind you, and pause here. Stay soft in that standing leg. Inhale, come back up to warrior one, grounding left heel, and as you exhale, interlace the hands behind the back. Reach up through heart and chest, gather in core strength, and as you exhale, fold forward for humble warrior, bringing that right shoulder towards the right bent knee. Good, and then let the neck relax and the arms actively reach overhead. Inhale, rise up to warrior one, and with your exhale, make your way down to downward facing dog. Inhale, the left leg reaches up. Exhale, step it through. Warrior one on the left with your inhale, rise. Again, hug inner thighs towards each other, get grounded through the feet. Strong in the core, arms extend and breathe. Shoulders are soft, grounded away from the ears. Exhale, hands to heart, shorten the stance, and with your inhale, take lift off into warrior three on the left side. Keep a subtle bend in that left leg, really using the muscles. Extend out through the right lifted heel and forward through the heart. Hips are still squared, so that right hip is in line with left. And then with your inhale, lower right foot, lift arms, warrior one. Exhale, interlace hands behind the back. Breathe in, and with your exhale, humble warrior, left shoulder towards the left knee. Let head and neck relax. Keep pressing through that right heel to counterbalance the weight of the torso. And then with an inhale, lift up, warrior one. And exhale, downward facing dog. Optional vinyasa here, or rest if you are taking it. We're going to inhale forward to plank pose, shoulders stack over the wrists. And as you exhale, lower down chaturanga, rising up into your back bend inhale, and downward facing dog as you exhale. Inhale to plank pose, holding here, gathering in the core strength, just like we did at the beginning. Hug inner thighs towards each other. Exhale, lower knees to the earth, hips to heels, child's pose. Breathe, relax core, relax arms. Inhale, we're going to come up into tabletop and then step the right foot forward into lizard lunge. The right hand's going to be on the inside of that right foot. Left leg extends out behind you, and then grab a block. You can either use that to lift off the earth or go deeper, bringing the forearms to the block. Keep hugging that right knee in towards the right shoulder, and imagine as if you could wrap the outer thighs in towards each other. So we want to keep that integration of the hips as we're opening through the front of the left thigh and the back of the right leg, that hamstring. So we want to keep that energy hugging inwards towards the center line as we open, using our strength to help balance the opening of the legs. Find your breath here, and then with an inhale, bring the hands to the earth and scoot the front foot all the way over towards the left knee. Lowering into pigeon pose, right hip to the earth. The front leg is at a nice angle and the left leg is extended out behind you. Option to stay lifted or lower onto the forearms here. Make sure that front knee is comfortable. If you're feeling any pain, activate the right toes, flexing the toes towards the kneecap, or just easing off the depth of the pose. Keep hugging inner thighs in towards each other. So imagine as if you had an imaginary block between the thighs that you were squeezing in. Yeah, and then we're going to release. So inhale, come back into tabletop, and exhale, step the left foot forward. Left hand to the inside of that leg, and then hug left knee in towards the shoulder. Left hip hugs in towards right hip. Grab a block. Try to take the same depth of this pose as you did on the other side. And again, keep activation, some levity, some buoyancy in those hips by hugging the inner thighs together. That is the strength that we want to make sure that we're using as we access this opening in the front and back of the legs. And then breathe into it. You can always ease off the depth of the pose if it becomes too much, or go deeper as your body starts to slowly open up to it. But make sure you're listening and staying aware and keeping the ego out of it. Inhale, come on up. Start to walk that front foot all the way over towards the right edge of the mat and down towards the right knee, lowering onto left hip and thigh. We want the hips as squared off as possible, the chest reaching, facing forward. And then as you exhale, lower down, again, the same depth as you did on the other side. Keep that right leg extended out behind you. And imagine squeezing an imaginary block with the inner thighs, wrapping the right hip down towards the earth. Let the jaw relax. The eyes are soft. And allow your breath to take over. On an inhale, come on up. coming back into tabletop, and then as you exhale, just sit to one side and bring the legs out in front of you. We're going to take a forward fold, so the legs are going to be straight, toes flexed towards your kneecaps, hands behind, lift the heart and chest, grow long through the spine on your inhale, and as you exhale, start to fold forward, bringing the hands to the legs, ankles, or toes. When you get into a nice fold, pause without rounding the upper back. So we want to draw the shoulders down and away from the ears and find openness both in the front of the body as well as in the back of the body. On an inhale, walk the hands up and bend the right leg, planting the foot to inner left thigh. As you exhale, bring the hands to the left leg, ankle, or toes. And take a Janu Sirsasana fold here with squared hips. So we're bringing that stretch mainly into the left leg this time, just feeling that opening. And then inhale, come on up. We're going to step the right foot to the outside of that left leg, coming into a twist. As you inhale, lift the arms up. As you exhale, wrap the left hand or elbow around the lifted knee and lower the right arm behind you. Lengthen spine on your inhale, and as you exhale, hug navel in and twist open through the chest to the right side. Inhale, come back to center, and then bend the left leg this time into inner right thigh. And as you exhale, fold over the right leg, bringing the hands to the leg, ankle, or toes, taking Janu on the right side. Again, try to keep some length in the front of the body, the shoulders drawn down and back, the neck and jaw are soft. Inhale, come on up, step the left foot to the outside of the right leg, both sitting bones are grounded. Inhale, reach high, exhale, twist towards the left side, wrapping the right hand or elbow around the lifted knee. Nice long spine with the inhale. As you exhale, navel hugs in to twist, opening the heart. Keep neck soft. And then inhale, come back to center. Bend the legs, scoot yourself forward and lower onto your back here. We're going to come into bridge pose next. So walk the heels close enough to touch with your fingertips. Feet and knees are hips width apart. Press palms to earth, and as you inhale, peel the spine off the mat, lifting hips. Exhale, lower back down. Again, inhale, lift one high. As you exhale, lower down. Breathe in, lift. Breathe out, lower. Good, and then inhale, we're gonna hold here, lifting the hips. Maybe walk the shoulder blades underneath you, interlacing the hands behind you. Focus on the openness in heart and chest, puffing the chest up towards the chin, staying firm and grounded through the legs. As you inhale, extend left leg high, and then exhale, plant it down. Inhale, the right leg lifts high, and then exhale, plant it down. Good. From here, extend the arms overhead, and as you exhale, roll the spine down. Once the hips are on the earth, bring the feet mats width apart and let the knees touch together. So feet wide, knees together. Take a breath here, just letting the sacrum soften after bridge. Make sure the breath is still steady and deep. And then as you're ready, we're going to roll onto the left side, stacking the knees and hips on top of each other. As you exhale, gaze over the right shoulder, releasing that right arm towards the earth on the other side, coming into a reclined twist. Take it to the depth that works for you. Just letting gravity draw that right shoulder down towards the mat. Then as you inhale, roll onto the back and change sides. So we're going to come onto the right side, stacking knees and hips. Then as you exhale, just release the left arm out towards the left side and gaze over that left shoulder. Try to keep the hips stacked on top of each other and the breath deep. Just unwinding the spine as we start to close out our class. And then as you're ready, we're going to make our way into Shavasana, extending the legs long, the arms out by the sides, palms face up. I'll be coming onto my left side, but you're welcome to stay on your back in Shavasana if that's comfortable. Take a big breath in through the nose and a big open mouth exhale out. Release all effort, all tension. Give yourself this time to rest. Give your body this space to integrate the strength building and the opening and flexibility that you created through your class today. Balancing effort with softness. As you inhale, make your way up to seated, slowly starting to come out of Shavasana. Once you're up, cross the legs, bring the hands to the heart. Pausing here, just tuning in, sending some love, some gratitude to yourself, to your practice. Thank you so much for joining me, and namaste.